definite proof that Lincoln High in Sioux Falls, South Dakota is haunted. Holy f***.
It's the centerpiece of our American dream. Come find your place among the dreamers.
South Dakota. Like magic is in the air, they say the final rites. Black magic is in here tonight.
We're here today at Lincoln High School in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. High school where all three of us go to investigate claims of a spectral figure in the auditorium, a ghost in the basement, and all other kinds of spooky stuff going on. Lincoln itself has a tumultuous history with this kind of paranormal stuff. We're really excited to get to investigate and have this awesome opportunity.
Sioux Falls Lincoln High School opened in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on October 19, 1965, with an opening class of around 1,300 students. The original student body quickly grew as the years passed, and by the end of the decade, there were around 2,000 students enrolled at Lincoln. Over the years, Lincoln has grown to be known as one of the top academic schools in the area and has become a dominating figure in the high school sports circuit. There have been no recorded deaths at Lincoln over the years, nor any reported near-death experiences, but who knows what secrets the spectral blue patriots are hiding from the student body. We three, being students of the high school, had heard multiple reports from different students that one of the teachers that they'd had in their class over the years had had many experiences with these specters. That teacher was Charnel Woolidge.
So we're here with Charnel Woolidge, who's worked at Lincoln for how many years now?
17.
17 years. And throughout her time here, she's had multiple freaky ghost experiences. So, Miss Woolidge, could you tell us what happened when you were here?
Last year in the fall, I was in my room. It was in the evening. I was working on some stuff here, and my daughter was here with me. And I was the only one in my room other than my daughter. All the rest of the rooms going this way were all dark. And we'd happened to look up, and I saw somebody walk by the windows, and there was a flash of light, like a flashlight going around the room. So I went next door and I opened the door. There was not a soul in the room. Everything was dark. There was no custodians around in the building or in that room.
A school official who's been teaching at Lincoln since before the year 2000, Charnel had some pretty horrifying stories to tell us about the spectral figures in the school.
I was in my room working. This time I was alone, and I had heard footsteps in the hallway and shoes squeaking on the floor. I got up and I walked out here, and there's nobody. Looked down the hallway, nobody down either hall. So I came back in my room and I continued working. Heard it again. Come back out, nobody. Went out to the parking lots, nobody in the parking lot, nobody in the back. I couldn't even see a custodian around. Came back, was louder, more squeaks, further up and down the hall this time. And then I left after the third one.
I don't blame you.
Although her stories were scary, Charnel's tales of otherworldly encounters were not the most frightening to be heard at Lincoln, for the faculty group which has been the most directly affected by the spirits would be the janitors. We met with Char and Randy, two longtime employed members of the LHS janitorial staff, who had some very frightening tales to share. Out of personal request, we've hidden their faces.
I have experienced the keys, and it's kind of like this, like you'll be walking down the hallway, and it's mainly the band hallway, and you'd be walking and you'd just hear like this, and you turn around and there's no one there, and then you start walking again and the keys come again. So I told Randy about it and he went woohoo, woohoo. And then it happened to him.
I'd tease her a little bit and stuff, and one summer, about 5 years ago, I was waxing outside the gym hallway and I heard a set of keys in the hallway jingling. So I Went around the corner and looked, and no one was there. So I went back to waxing, and a few minutes later it happened again. I heard jingling keys, so I went over and looked again, and there was no one there. I said, "Hey, Shar," because I figured she was coming in to help me wax. No answer, no nothing. So I hurry up and finished waxing and got the heck out of here. And then the next day, when she come in, I said, "Were you in the building?" She goes, "No, I wasn't."
Shar introduced us to a janitor who agreed to be interviewed, but was still afraid to tell his story and refused to be shown on camera. His story involved seeing a man in a trench coat floating 6 feet above the stage one day when he was vacuuming alone. Here's he.
2006. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Well, basically just kept showing you back there vacuuming. Look up. There he is. Like I said, 10 feet tall, 6 feet off the ground.
So he was levitating.
Yeah, 6 feet off the ground.
Wow.
And
That's
he started
spooky.
over and just faded out. I remember us standing right there, and I just grabbed everything. And I skedaddled. I got out of there so fast. I didn't even put my stuff away.
Shar has been at Lincoln for a very long time and has accrued many spiritual stories of the school specters, but one of her personal favorites was a tale of meeting a long-lost friend in the school's gym.
Dale Forsyth. It's Lolly's husband, and he used to come in and help her when she was an athletic director. I walked in the gym one night and I could hear, "Shar, come here, I got a joke to tell you." And he used to do that. It was real faint. And the lights were out. I hadn't turned on the entry lights yet, and I heard, "Shar, come here, I got a joke to tell you."
After letting Randy return to his duties, Shar took us down to the school's supposed paranormal hotspots, the basement and the boiler room, to give us a tour before we investigated that very space later that night.
So what does this room do for the school?
This room is really come and work on the underground stuff, like, the piping that goes wrong, heating and stuff.
What's the scariest thing that you've ever heard someone tell you that's happened to them down here?
Would probably be just the noises, the keys, and
Keys happen down
Yeah.
here too? Then what's the deal with the chairs that are always moving around?
the chairs. We haven't figured that out. We really don't know, but there'll be chairs, and then they like disappear. They will be down here, and then they'll be here.
That's pretty spooky stuff.
As Shar left to grab another set of keys from a room to unlock the next set of doors, a strange correlation occurred.
See you, Shar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Colin, come into the city. It must be like 3:30.
Yeah. Hey, on the dot, 3:30, right when I said that.
It shuts down.
3:30, we got that on camera.
This seemingly insignificant event is actually very important, because janitor Randy stated in our interview earlier that all the pipes and electrics and systems, they shut off at 3:30. There should be nothing at all making noise while you're investigating, and no temperature changes, period. Well, that's coming from a veteran janitor who knows this building inside and out. We just experienced firsthand the time-specific shutdown that he described.
Well, this is great.
That's great for the footage. Now, listen to the silence right now as Shar leaves. It's nothing. Do you hear that? Nothing. All of the noise that was just here, all of the ventilation, the piping, the electrics, everything shuts off. But if we sit here in silence, Shar just left, so let's just sit here in silence and see how quiet it is for a second. Silence now. Even during the daytime, there's some weird stuff that goes on down here, as you can see by this footage. So, Michael, let's walk over here really quick. This is where, the time before, a group of people claimed to have heard a breathing noise, a growl, pipes being knocked on, and they found this chair down here. This chair, the janitors say, moves unexplained by itself from room to room. They have no reason why this chair should even be here.
As you'll see in the footage earlier, they lock these chairs up every time they clean up in a certain room, which is probably 3 or 4 rooms over. And somehow, a chair like this manages to get all the way over here in the corner. Now, it's kind of spooky if you ask me. After returning with the keys to the rest of the basement's doors, Char led us to the boiler room and showed us the rest of the nooks and crannies in the school's underbelly. Note really quick that the boilers are right here. There are no boilers or big machines or anything in the other rooms that we were at.
All the boilers are right in here.
I'm going to stop the footage for a moment to explain the strange events that you're about to witness. It seems that an unexplainable wave of spiritual energy affects both our equipment and investigator Nick. The camera goes in and out of focus quickly as it is affected by the energy, and right after, you will hear Nick comment that he feels an invisible force go through him, causing his vision to blur. It is physically impossible for the camera to have gone in and out of focus like it does, as it was locked in manual focus mode throughout the entire shoot. The subsequent blur in both Nick's eyes and the camera is a very strange correlation. Keep in mind that all of the ventilation and systems were already turned off for the day at this point. Take a look.
Oh my gosh, I got this. Oh my gosh, I got this. Oh my gosh, I got this.
Yeah, doors and stuff right now.
Yeah, there's still teachers.
I just got this.
Yeah, there's still teachers.
I just got this. I just got this really weird wave of energy and my vision just got really blurry. My vision just got really blurry. My vision just got really blurry the second that happened.
This is such a weird chair. Look at this, looks like it's got like blood on it. Literally dried blood.
Damn. Did you do that?
Damn, dude. Look at that. I just hit my head. Ouch.
The door should not be open. Never should a door like this be open.
There's another chair.
I don't want to go.
Ooh. Ooh. We've never been in this room. Look at, there's another chair.
Let's get this over here. So, right here is where the Lincoln soccer team, when they were state champs in 2008, came down here and signed this. Now, I wonder if they had any experiences. Look at this light. Check it out. Oh, shit. Finally, we headed back through the first room, from which we initially entered the basement in the beginning. But the spirits weren't done with us yet. Holy shit. Holy shit.
What was that?
Door.
Here, 1 second. Are you here? As you can see in this clip from only moments before, the door was closed tight before we walked away, but somehow inexplicably opened by itself. Right after we caught the sounds of the door opening, we also got an unexplainable surge of energy through the camera's mic, which generated an odd buzz-like feedback. It seems that the same energy that opened the door was messing with the camera, and possibly standing right next to us. Holy shit. Immediately after the door opened, another extremely loud noise resonated from the other side of the empty basement. That was like from in here. That was from like over there. Oh, is that you trying to mess with us again? Was that you? Seeing as we were having an extremely active walkthrough, a very rare event, I decided to seize the moment and headed out into the middle of the room.
or not?
Colin, did you hear that?
It sounded like a whisper.
Keys.
And you'd be walking and you'd just hear keys.
Keys happen down here too?
Keys.
After hearing the keys, I quickly stood up, planning to return to Nick and Shar, but before I could walk over, something startled me and almost caused me to trip.
You just move your feet.
No.
No, neither one of us.
I thought I heard movement over there in that corner.
Feeling a sudden lack of energy and activity in the room, we decided to call it a day and prepare for the investigation that would take place later that night.
Okay, so keep filming this.
Oh yeah, I am, believe me.
So,
I want my mom to know how I died if I do.
As we left, we made sure to say our goodbyes.
We don't want you to follow us home. We don't want anything.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We just got back down from the room that we were in, and the flashlight that I was using that was perfect that we got up there only has 3 bulbs shining now. Technically 2.5. I don't know if it sucked the energy out or something, but it was working fine when we got here, and 2 now.
that place gives me the creeps, bro. That place gives me the creeps.
After all of the walkthroughs and interviews, it had finally come time for the Paranormal Files team to investigate Lincoln High. We packed our gear, loaded our tapes, and headed to the school. However, as we arrived, we were quickly scalded.
Called out before the investigation even begins.
Oh my god.
We met with members of the school newspaper and 2 janitors who would accompany us into the school's underbelly.
Tonight we got to wrap it up, and you're going to have your story tonight, okay? Yep. Okay. Let's go, Brian.
A couple weeks ago, I saw...
As we walked towards the basement's entrance, we became acquainted with John, an ex-member of the school's janitorial staff who had some frightening tales to share.
So, what kind of stuff have you seen here?
Well, there's been a number of things. When I worked here years ago, I was cleaning the home ec class, just general cleaning, and I felt like a presence, like someone would walk up behind you, and turn around like this, and nothing's there. You just keep going. But it was a weighing feeling that somebody was behind me. Well, you work and you work and you work, and then all of a sudden, something was breathing on the back of my neck. And that's when I turned around and there was nobody there. Locker slamming down the hall and walk there and there's nobody there. Middle of the night, you know, you're cleaning and no students.
Yeah, will you come down with us?
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, here comes the key right now.
Yeah, you guys can get the headlight on.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for coming with us. Yeah.
As we entered the basement, emotions were high, and we didn't know what to expect. Little did we know that we were in for the ride of our lives.
Yeah.
You do?
Oh my God! Jesus, Shar! You almost knocked me down the stairs!
Guys, we saw different chairs, seriously. The chairs are not in the same place. I don't think.
Come on.
Let's get the ghost box going.
Yeah, here.
Upon entering the basement, the janitors found something that they had never seen before.
Let's go.
What is this?
Exactly.
It's a bobby pin right here.
Hi.
It does. It looks like dry bark.
It does.
That's weird. That's different.
So we have documented proof that you're saying that's unusual to fly.
Yeah, I think it's unusual.
Nick and I decided to turn on the spirit box, a device which rapidly scans through radio channels, channels which spirits can manipulate in order to relay their voice.
What is that? That's the most disturbing noise I've ever heard. They sound like a breath at first.
And suddenly, silence. As we continued deeper into the basement, I went ahead into the next room alone, silenced everyone else, and locked the door behind me to eliminate noise pollution.
Nobody else come in for a second. Is there anybody in here? I'm not afraid of you. Whoever or whatever you are.
Like it was just like we started talking. There's some freaky stuff going on here.
Hearing nothing else through the spirit box, we pressed on further, but it wasn't before long until another strange substance was found on the floor.
Like blood on the floor? Is it blood?
There's more weird substance on the floor. Ectoplasm, possibly?
Finally, it had come time to enter the main basement room where we had experienced the majority of activity on our walkthrough tour earlier. We had no idea at the time, but what we were about to experience and document would go on to become some of the clearest evidence of the spirit world's existence to date. We were in for a hell of a ride.
Okay, so we're gonna go lights out in 3, 2, 1. Hey! We're back! Don't move around. Holy f***. Oh my god. Did you hear that?
I heard like a deep...
It just went...
For the first time that night, we had just heard a deep male voice responding to my question from across the empty room. We were horrified. Listen closely for the voice.
We're back!
Don't move around. Don't move around. Don't move around.
So that wasn't you?
No,
You promise?
I guarantee you it was not me.
That was horrifying. Lights out. Lights out. Josh. Thanks, Dave. Is this the man in the trench coat? Are you down at the end of this hall? Oh my god. Oh my god.
We had just heard the exact same deep male voice respond to my second question, this time even louder. At this point, we were starting to become very frightened. Was it a human spirit or something else?
Are you down at the end of this hall? Are you down at the end of this hall?
Can you make that noise again, please?
Let's turn the lights off.
Are you the man in the trench coat?
If it's yes.
Stop.
Are you the man in the trench coat? Yes or no?
If it's yes.
Are you the man in the trench coat? Yes or no?
If it's yes. If it's yes. If it's yes.
This quick response from the spirit proved to be one of the most crucial. Why, you ask? Many skeptics are going to be claiming that it was the janitor that was with us, John, simply making the spirit's voices. However, as you just saw, the spirit answered Josh's question while John was talking, proving that it wasn't John throwing his voice. Listen again closely.
Are you the man in the trench coat? Yes or no?
If it's yes.
No, stay down here. Let's try it. Okay.
Would it be alright if we walked towards you?
I tell you, I've never been truly frightened. I'm frightened right now.
Would you please make another noise?
Suddenly, Josh's audio recorder, which he had tucked away in his pockets, began to play while it was turned off.
I'm gonna walk towards where you're at, okay? Yeah, I'm creeped out.
Shut the lid. Shut the lid. Just close. Josh, close it.
I'm trying. No, this is my recorder. It's not doing this. It's turned off. It is turned off right now. This won't turn off.
Look. Move your thumb. That is off. Look. Hold it towards me. Right there, not move.
That chair was not there before.
His thing is set to off.
Is that your chair?
Yeah.
Hey there.
It was physically impossible for his device to be playing while I was filming, as it had clearly been in the off position. The spirit had begun to make its presence known.
You need to know. Make another sound.
We like that sound you just made. Was that you, John?
Did you just whistle? Did I whistle? No.
Hey, hold up. We like that sound you just made. We like that sound you just made.
Pretty much you can't hear me out anymore. Just make another noise. Right there.
At the time, we didn't know what was going on with John, but looking back, it's perfectly clear. As John approached the wall, he heard a very low growl and became very afraid. The growl was not heard by anyone else while we were filming, but looking back on the footage, it is definitely there.
Right there. Right there.
Is that you, John?
God, yep, I'm backing off, dude. Yep.
What's going on?
Growled at me. You have speakers on this one? Yeah, there's a cold spot right here. It just growled at me.
Everyone turn your lights off right now. 1, 2, 3, lights out.
Everyone, stay where you're at. Don't move around.
Don't move.
Turn your lights off.
We're gonna give him just 2 more minutes and we're out of here. We're gonna give him just 2 more minutes and we're out of here. We're gonna give him just 2 more minutes and we're out of here. We are going to leave. Every ounce of my hair is standing on end, boys.
We know you're here and we just heard you growl. If you want us to leave, please make another loud sound.
Really show us that you're here. I'm not even feeling goosebumps right now. Come on.
If you're here, you see this where I'm shining this light? Right here? Come, touch him, do something to him.
Did you just scream?
Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're leaving.
Say something, growl at us. I want to hear you growl. As loud as you can.
At this point, John's fear took a hold of him, and he requested to leave, as he claimed he was feeling extremely negative energy and believed that we were all in danger. As Shar the janitor escorted him and 2 other frightened members of our party out, Josh, Nick, the Statesman members and I were left all alone in the basement.
So obviously there's stuff happening in here right now.
Yep.
Very freaky stuff that even I did not expect to happen. For example, heard a voice said I am here when I asked it, and then said it again, which is probably the freakiest thing that's ever happened to me. But now we're here alone, without the guardians, without the guy who was supposedly nice with the ghost, who said we should leave because it seemed harmful. So I suggest you guys stay together. Well, we go to the end. We need to keep quiet because there's
Not a real big.
Josh, calm down. Josh, what the f are you doing? Wait. Don't go without another person. You guys, have fun by yourself.
Suddenly, Paranormal Files investigation team member Nick began to feel a very bad energy surround him and felt a burning sensation on his leg.
I'm getting super negative about it too. I'm like, dude, I feel like super depressed for some shit. I'm out of here, dude.
Where are you getting scratched?
On my leg.
Nick feels like he's getting scratched. Dude. Holy f***, you did get a scratch. No. John, there's a scratch. Right, for video purposes. Right there. That is a scratch mark. Holy shit, it looks like there's 3. Looks like there's one right here. One right there. One right there.
Nick had just received 3 long scratches along his calf. In order for you to see the marks a little bit easier, I'm going to darken up the footage and up the contrast. There we go. Now, the first scratch that I will point out is right here on the left of the screen. The next is right here going down the middle, and the third is right here on the right. 3 nailed scratch marks are typical signs of a demonic haunting, along with other signs we observed like putrid substances and inhuman voices. What kind of creature were we dealing with in the basement?
Dude, this is like a demonic entity. It's growling and scratching.
Are you demonic? I'm coming down there. Hurting poor Nick. What's your deal, huh? Growl at me. This is probably like the 10th time I've asked you. You're banging around.
Okay. Cold spot right here. Temperature now. I know what is this. Hey, there's a cold spot right here. Look at where I am, right here. So it's 71 up here. And then let me go over here. Dude, that cold spot just holy shit, cold spot right here. Oh, I can feel it. It just rushed by my face.
It's right here.
Shut up.
Enough of these games. Growl.
Temperature is dropping rapidly. Temperature is dropping.
You can make the temperature drop. What else can you do?
As you can see right here, the temperature had just dropped a whole 2 degrees while I stood directly in place. As all ventilation and heating and cooling systems were turned off at this point, this was physically impossible to occur without spirit intervention. Usually cold spots precede events to come, and oh boy, did an event follow.
That was a door. That was a door.
Shar?
That's not Shar. Oh my god. Officer. Officer. Hold up. Temperature has dropped. Hold up. Temperature has dropped. Hold up. Temperature has dropped. I'm feeling negative energy.
Was that you talking? Without even expecting an answer, the same deep male spirit voice had responded to my question, deeply shocking us all. Was that you talking? Was that you talking? Okay.
You don't know the way out.
Stop. Everyone stop.
Everyone stop. No, don't. I hear it again.
You don't want to run from it.
Oh, don't act like you're afraid.
We're not afraid. We need to stick together though. Hey, we don't know our way out and
I heard chains over there. I heard chains over here.
There's a cold spot right here.
I definitely feel it.
There's a real male spirit talking to us in real time.
That's very cool. I kind of just want to go home. I kind of just want to go home.
I have a question for this thing. I need everyone to be quiet so we know the real answer to this. We don't know.
Yeah, no one wants to know.
No, don't you there.
Let's go. No. We have to wait for Shar. She'll be back any minute. We need to get more evidence.
Hello?
Get the spirit box out. Get the spirit box out.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Get the spirit box out. Get the spirit box out.
Oh my god. Hold up. Stay still. This is what you want. You're a ghost hunter, remember?
We should have put salt.
As we awaited anticipatorily alone in the basement, waiting for our guide to return, we heard a door open and close. It was Shar.
Shar.
We're not running.
I want to stay in here with
Can we talk on the bright side? I have a bar.
Prepare to be shocked by what happens next.
Oh, that's not right.
So basically what was going on,
everyone should.
we weren't even trying to investigate.
Suddenly, as we sat talking to Shar, the same male voice resounded loudly from across the room, only this time it sounded and felt like it was coming fast right towards us, and the group quickly took off, running.
We weren't even trying to investigate. We weren't even trying to investigate. We weren't even trying to investigate.
Goodbye! Sorry! Stop! At the time, none of us could comprehend the full extent of all the activity we had just captured, and we were about to capture more.
Feel my heart.
Can you shut that door for us?
I shut the door.
No, we need to get out of there. We need to get out of here right now. Take a look at Shar when this spirit voice is heard yelling through the door. As you can see by the footage, Shar reacts to hearing the loud male voice by turning and gasping loudly from shock. Listen and watch closely. No, we need to get out of there. We need to get out of here right now.
That's what John said. John said it earlier.
Josh!
Shut the door! Can you shut the door, someone, please?
I'll do it. Colin.
Here, take the camera.
Josh? Thanks.
Get as much as you can. Don't.
I'm not going all the way in there.
Just go.
I'm going to close the door. If you want, you can meet us in the auditorium. We're going to the auditorium. We're leaving. Thank you. Oh.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Files. At this point in the night, we had just left the basement, shocked and troubled by the evil-sounding spirit voices that we had just captured on film. After all of the fright and fear, however, it had come time in the night for a little bit of humor.
Jesus, whoever you believe in, let that piece of shit stay in there. Whoever's in there, do not follow any member of this group, including myself. Leave it here.
Thank you.
Unless Josh wants you. Maybe he needs some bedmates.
Yeah, go to Josh. You can go to Josh. Everybody wish to go to Josh.
As we walked from the basement's exit to the auditorium on the other side of the school, we were still reeling in shock from our recent encounter and ready to be scared by just about anything.
Think about it, we're walking right above where it was, so it could just come through the floor.
Think about it, Colin.
And I woke up.
Oh my gosh. I'm out.
Is there someone in the bathroom? God.
I was gonna say, if it's up here too, I swear to God.
Okay, let me finish this story. Josh taking a little restroom break. The ghost of the toilet.
Ouija board, Ouija board.
Josh, I'm so done with you.
What did it say to John?
I don't know.
It growled.
It growled.
That's what he said. He goes.
And then we didn't leave and it got really, really angry.
As we headed towards our next investigation spot, the auditorium, we were rejoined by two of our fallen members who had fled the basement earlier, Cade and Mason.
Josh is just too eager.
I'll be coming.
Ready to find more evidence, we readied ourselves and headed in.
It feels like there's something in here.
Alright, guys, do you feel
Okay, if you open that, I will straight murder you in this theater.
Okay.
Josh, you're not on very many people's good side right now, so I wouldn't open the door.
Hey.
See what happens.
Basically what goes on in here, we talked to the janitors right here the other day, and they said that they've seen a man floating 6 feet off the ground in a trench coat right here in the middle of the day. There's also sounds of keys jingling around when there's nobody else around, doors closing and shutting, just generally like spooky shit. So we're gonna have some more ghost finding. Nobody knows who the trench coat guy is. Maybe that was the dude we were talking to in there.
Exactly.
It was a deep voiced man.
It could be that
My mom
force
said there was a
guy.
teacher here that did it.
That died here?
Someone told me that.
What is your life,
No,
Josh?
that was Patrick. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna investigate now. I'm gonna sit in the front row because I'm still kind of spooked.
Yeah, I'm just here.
After getting comfortable and ready for the investigation, we began to turn out the lights and turn on the recorders.
Okay, guys, we're gonna re-enter investigation mode. So that means quiet and dark. If something scary happens, don't move a muscle. First off, to whoever's in here, we want to hear from you. We're here for you. Okay? Josh is up on that stage. He's gonna try talking to you.
Can you play the piano? A key.
If you're here, can you please show yourself? Make a noise. Walk around where we can't see you. Anything. I'm feeling a cold gust of air in my left hand. Is that you to the left side of the stage? Josh, go over there.
I'm sorry.
Josh. Josh, what the hell are you doing?
Josh, you're not funny anymore.
Josh,
That away.
Hi, Josh.
what are you doing?
I'm going back here like you told me.
I just meant to stand by the bleachers.
Oh, they're risers. This is embarrassing.
Josh, now sit right there, okay? Hey, whoever's in here, whoever was just talking to us in the basement, Josh is there for your entertainment. He just wants a friend. He wants to play. If you could push him off those stairs, we'd love that. Not in a mean way, Josh, but you know what I'm saying. Shine that light on him, yo. A little brighter. This is gonna be the funniest and scariest ghost hunting video ever.
How are you? Can you sit next to me? Right next to this red light.
What the?
I'm out.
Oh, stop.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who just played that piano note?
Right next to this red light. Right next to this red light. Right next to this red light.
Turn your light on. Someone turn your light on. Josh, is there anybody back there? We just heard a piano note! Stop. Don't run.
Again, it just did 3. Done.
Stop.
Can you do that again? Can you play that again?
What?
I don't even see a piano back here.
Can you please play that piano again? That's all we want from you.
Oh my. No. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Turn it on the light. Guys,
Hey, Josh, bring this camera back there and film the piano.
somebody needs to find out if there's a piano back there.
Josh, here.
Give it to me.
Take this flashlight as well.
I got a flashlight right here.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I hope you realize what we're actually experiencing right now. Ghosts.
Can you play it again? There's no piano back here. Come on. Take the camera, it's right by your feet.
Will you pray for me?
Play the piano again, please. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I just got a phone call right when I counted that down. It's my ex. That's just as scary as a ghost.
Answer.
Okay, we're gonna do lights out so you can play your wonderful little tune again. In 3, 2, 1, showtime. Here we are, sitting on the stage, investigating for some ghosts. There's a female here that can't be featured on camera. But, well,
Hello.
there's Josh. Holy shit, I just saw something walk in front of me. Oh my God.
Do you want me to go over like behind the risers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, if you won't come to us, Josh is gonna come to you. Is there someone back there? Josh, you scared me. Josh, where you at?
Right here.
Oh my God. I just heard footsteps from back here. I thought you were right back behind me. After hearing and feeling nothing for a while, we headed back through the band room doors to try and locate the phantom piano.
We need to find this piano. Where is the piano?
George.
Where?
Colin. While we're over here to see if we can hear it. Some people stay back.
Hold up. This piano was back here. Oh my God, it's open.
I'm going to stop the footage for a moment to disprove some skeptics' theories. As you can see here from the screenshot from the footage, there was clearly a chair holder in the hallway between the stairs, the door, and the piano. If we zoom in, we can see that there is around less than half of a foot of space between the chair holder and the wall, a small space which would have been impossible for an aged janitor to slide through, let alone do it quietly. As you can see when we zoom here as well, the chair holder is pressed snug against the other wall, so it could not have been moved, or if moved, been moved quietly, for someone to sneak by.
Hold up. These doors. Look out. Look out.
Shut
These doors are locked. There's no one that could come through here.
Alright, everyone turn your lights off.
After finding the piano, it was time to resume our investigation in the large auditorium.
No, we're keeping this.
Why the did you go?
That was the scariest moment of my life.
What did he?
After talking for a bit and releasing some stress, we regrouped on stage and decided to conduct an impromptu EMF session on the risers.
Can you play the piano? How about make it a spooky tune this time?
Hey, let's go sit in the chairs again.
Colin, sit over here.
Allison, say that again.
I actually pushed my ghost.
On video, folks.
Piano.
Oh my God. Sean!
Hey, yo,
I saw a face
I saw a face up there.
No.
Hey, film up there, Nick. You got the camera. God.
Or you can say,
Suddenly, out of the blue, we all saw a bright white moving light and disturbing face in the portal behind us. If you listen close right before we see it, you can hear an odd noise come from back where we saw the face.
I saw a face.
I saw a face move away from the window. Hey, we're gonna shut the lights off again. Okay, 3, 2, 1, lights out.
Something was just dead. I'll pray for you. It's like a bigger black.
Did you see the spirit that just manifested in this open portal? No? Look for it in the right-hand corner of the window. Here, let me zoom in. Right along the top corner of the opening, you can see the spirit. Allow me to back the footage up and slow it down for you. As you can see in this footage, a shape-shifting, somewhat rectangular-shaped entity appears and looks out from behind the wooden frame while the light shines on it, as if it is checking out what is outside of its home. It then recedes back behind the wall while the flashlights stay fixed and illuminated right on its general vicinity. This is not a reflection, for as you'll see proven later in the footage, there is no glass over the opening, and nothing in the right-hand corner of the portal. As you see in these clips, this is not a reflection, as the same lights move in the same manner over the same window over and over again throughout the footage, but we receive no white objects or lights in return. So what or who is this thing? We still don't know.
Who's up there?
It's like a bigger black shadow.
Definitely gonna pray for you.
It isn't long before we observe our second spirit manifestation in the same window. As you can see here, this spirit takes on a completely different form, more of a blurry, classic orb-like shape, but behaves in a similar fashion. As the flashlight moves over the portal, it lights up the spirit orb, as if catching it in the act of spying on our group in the dark, and as the flashlight stays completely still, the spirit moves back behind the wall and out of the light. Once again, this is not a reflection, for the window has no glass and nothing in the top right corner of the frame. Look here at this clip of flashlights moving erratically over the same window and catching no reflections or strange objects at all in the area in which the orb appears, except for the obvious reflection from the spotlight in the middle of the window. The strange manner in which the orb moves out of the light in an intelligent manner helps to prove its spiritual nature.
Josh, keep filming that projector. Josh, lighting it up. Okay, if you're up there, shine a light again. Hey, keep your light off, whoever that is.
Show us record it there. There we go.
Was that you we saw up there?
I see it.
Out of all 4 of the spirit manifestations we captured on camera, this is the most clear and evidence-worthy. Watch as the energy bursts into light while we are filming and watching, then quickly fades away. What kind of human object does this on command? Nothing. As you can see, the orb-like shape of the spirit that we captured connects it to the other orbs we caught on film. However, in contrast to the other 2 orb encounters, in both of which we moved our lights over the spirit and captured it on camera, this time our lights were completely shut off, and this bright spirit light flashed, illuminated, and captured our attention all on its own.
There we go.
Was that you we saw up there?
I see it.
They probably put a Janitorial.
Oh my god.
I hear their voices.
I hear keys.
Yes, we do.
And
They probably put a Janitorial.
Oh my god.
I hear their voices.
I hear keys.
Yes, we do.
And
They probably put a Janitorial.
Oh my god.
I hear their voices.
I hear keys.
Yes, we do.
and
They probably put a Janitorial.
As if this moment couldn't get any more chock full of evidence, look up to the same window where we kept seeing and hearing the spirits. Poking out over the bottom frame of the window is a spirit, which seems to be holding a hand in the air and waving it towards us. This spirit is different in the fact that it is orange and also causes disembodied key noises and laughter at the same time that it appears. Is this a different entity? As you can see in this comparison, where the left is the empty window and on the right is the orange specter, there clearly is something in the window, and that is a fact that cannot be debated. But is it a spirit or something more sinister? We'll never know.
Oh my god.
I hear their voices.
Let's all go up there together. Immediately after hearing the noises and seeing the short orange figure in the lighting booth, we got up and quickly headed over to the lighting booth's only entrance and exit.
The door's locked, I think. If we close it, see, look, we tried it already.
This is the door where we just saw the spirit light.
Yep.
Don't. What?
Because they can't stay in there. Yeah. Open the door.
And the door, as you see right here, is locked. There's nobody down here. Finding the door locked, we tracked down the only other janitor left in the building, who happened to be on the structure's opposite end, and asked her to open the door for us so we could check inside. Okay, this is proof that she is opening the door.
let's just all go. Come on. We'll be fine.
Super duper scary.
Okay, let's go up there.
Thank you for opening the door.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Just don't lock us in here.
Let's go.
We saw light in face.
Is this okay?
I'm already
So Charlotte's gonna be in there, I feel it. Point 3, guys, point 3.
There's nobody in here.
Josh, stop doing that.
Don't do that. Or should I put it in here?
There's nobody.
Will somebody go up there?
Here's right where the light came from. Right here. Just as I claimed earlier that I would prove later on in the footage, this shot here shows that there is no reflection from my flashlight in the window where we were seeing things, and thus proves that there was no glass the entire time. So what were all of those lights then? Spirit energy, captured on camera. Into the auditorium. As we prepared to leave, Joe climbed up into the small open crawl space above the lighting booth in order to check for any possible hidden humans. There were none. This proved that there was nobody in the booth where we were seeing lights and faces, for after we heard and saw the last manifestations, we rushed to the doors of the booth, making it there in a time much quicker than it would take for an aging janitor to escape quietly from both the doors, the hallway, and the general vicinity. As we neared the end of our investigation, I offered a roundup of what we had experienced that night.
So basically what happened tonight, we had a piano play by itself, we had a giant bang, we talked to a spirit with responsive answers. It scared us out of the other room. There was knocking, banging. We heard people moving around in the auditorium, and then at the end we had a giant white light and a face come through the projector, and the door, as you see right here, is locked. Definitely proof that Lincoln High in Sioux Falls, South Dakota is haunted. Good night.
Investigating at Lincoln High proved to be one of the most exciting nights of our lives. We talked to spirits, heard disembodied pianos play,
Oh my.
and captured orbs and faces on camera. The memories and experiences that we had there will stick with us until the day we die. And the things that we captured on camera are sure to shock and disturb many viewers for many years to come. However, this is only the first of many Paranormal Files episodes to come, so keep watching and stay scared. On behalf of the Paranormal Files crew, this is Colin saying good night and goodbye.